Login accepted.
Okay, so I'm on it's a slightly configured pod already. So this is on the 35 pod number. You can see I'm pretty sure it has up to wait. Oh, but it's on wait. So right now I have 2 services up, and I'll walk through kind of setting up the last one. Set up the last one as well. So walking through them step by step, we're gonna start with FTP. So FTP, the premise is that you're gonna have to install something called VSPD, and this is the kind of service that will run your FTP server. Your pods won't come with them installed, so you have to run apt-get install to get them. Since I have them on my system, it's not going to install anything. Can I zoom in on this? Can you he asked if you can make it bigger or not.
I have no idea.
Oh, control plus. Okay, yeah, sorry for that. But it'll basically if you run apt-get install VSPD, you're gonna install the system that will run FTP, and then to start this, you're gonna run system ctl start vsftbt. However, this will start your FTP system with whatever users you have on the system. So it'll be like on this, I have CCDC, so I can log in to FTP with the CCDC user. However, our scoring engine is looking to authenticate as anonymous, and this is an extra setting that you have to set up. And the configuration is in Etsy VSPD.
Yeah.
So if I go to there's this file in Etsy VSPD. If I edit this, I will see a bunch of options that I can do with my FTP server. And I'll enlarge this a bit here so you can see it. But there's one specific one here that says anonymous enable. This is disabled by default because we don't really want anyone just logging into our servers. It's just a security risk. However, for this one, we want to enable it. So you should probably see it commented out. So it might be hard to find normally since it'll blend in. But if you uncomment that and then change this, it'll originally say no. And if you change it to yes, your scoring should work. Now the next system we're going to do is HTTP. This is going to be done through the Apache service. So to install this, we're going to do apt-get install on Apache 2. Once again, I have it installed already. So it doesn't do anything, but if it's your first time, it'll prompt you to say yes to some stuff and it'll install it. Once we have this installed, we're going to need to start it again. And then The way this configuration works, the scoring engine is just looking to see if you have it running. So doing just this is going to set up our HTTP server. However, for future events, it's pretty typical that you're going to have to uh, edit the configuration files. And so this configuration file is going to be found in, is it here? Yeah, so var/www/html. If we look in here, we have a file called index.html. And this is going to be our landing page. So if I can look inside this file, and it's a default like Apache 2 configuration. And what this means is that basically when I do try and hit my web server on this IP, if I try and hit my localhost, then I'm going to see Apache 2 DBN. This is just the index. If I change this, if I change it to hello world, it'll just say hello world. And so the last service we have to do is going to be SSH. This had the issue where we had the wrong user posted. But the steps for this one is going to be that you have to add a user, you have to install SSH and then add a user that it can sign into. So the installation is going to be relatively the same as everything else we've done. Is it just SSH? So I don't have this one installed. So this is what it's going to prompt me for, like installation. And once it's done, we can check like start it up. So it does start running, but if it's not, you can start it like I did with the past ones. Additionally, we can actually see here what's happening. We're the scoring engine's trying to SSH under SSH user. And if we look at the briefing packet, it's trying to use the password. I don't have that on my system yet. So in order to configure it, I'm going to use the add user command. Funny thing is this command isn't that the configuration for your pods is a little messed up. If you just type in add user, it's going to say that it's not found, but it should be in your systems. So it's located under SBIN. This is usually in the VMs that it'll usually be included in your path of the VMs you have. You can either type it out like this, or if we want to fix it, I think it's export. Is it all caps? Okay, I don't know. That's just.
It's
No, that's wrong.
is it?
Oh, that's fine.
don't know.
I'm kind of throwing here, but uh, it's probably the path for sudo. Yeah. 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 Well, okay. So let me look something up right now. Hold on.
Yeah, one of them gives you all the information and the other. Oh, I love that beach path. My favorite.
All right. So we got the command now. Now I have SBIN in my path. If I just type add user, it'll be there. So what I do now is just I have to add the user, so it'll be SSH. SSH user. It's gonna ask me for a password. It's just password lowercase. And then for all this other information, I mean, it doesn't really matter. And then we just ask if it's correct. Yeah, and now we have SSH user. If we're looking at the scoring, it should go up soon when it resets. Yeah, so we're up now on 35. The team 35, it's confusing, but yeah, we're up on SSH now. So that's the configuration. Sorry if the add user thing was a bit confusing. I was supposed to change the path before I gave you guys the deployment, but I forgot. And that's pretty much this workshop. Like I said, I'll leave up this scoring engine so that you guys can test out what you've learned over the weekend. I'm not sure how long it'll stay up because it does take up a large amount of space in Camino. No? Okay, we're good. So it'll stay up for a bit. And I'd recommend just being able to set up everything on here. It'll be very similar to kind of what you're gonna be doing on CyberForce tryouts, except that CyberForce will have a bit more nuance. And the other thing that you can do is that we'll be dropping the briefing packets tomorrow. Like I said, you can try adding those configurations to your systems and your services and make sure that it still is checking, that it's still up on the scoring engine.
Trying to wipe all the pods after, then they want to use the scoreboards. They have to fill out the.
Should I say that?
We can ask that.
Okay. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the meeting. I know it was rough at the start, but I hope it was helpful and that you guys can use it as a good tool over the weekend, over the next week to help prep. Thank you guys.
Look out for an announcement if you want to use the scoreboard over the weekend. We'll have. Yeah, we'll have something. Yeah. But thank you for coming, and thank you for coming during this hot day. I didn't expect this many people.